let's go ahead and move on to the final category, which is match of the year. Starting off with Clint.
Well, my match of the year is a tag match, shockingly, and it's the WrestleMania Sammy and KO versus the Usos. That match was absolute fire, and they kept teasing like, "Oh, they're not going to do it. They're not going to pull it off. They're not going to pull it off," and they actually beat them. And with the shock and awe in the crowd, and they finally got the belts off of them. That storytelling, they finally stopped the bloodline. It was a tearjerk moment, man. It was awesome. Like if you're really into wrestling and you're really into these characters and the storyline, I mean, that was like, it was beautiful, man. I mean, it was awesome.
That's wrestling. Awesome. Yeah, I know what you mean. That's wrestling. Yeah. When you get those moments, you're like, man, this is why I watch wrestling. You don't get them too often, but when you get them, they're definitely going to make you remember.
Right?
Agreed.
I mean, I didn't cry. No. Oh, no. But yeah, that was my pick.
All right. So we got Sammy and KO versus the Usos at WrestleMania. What did you have, Bryan?
For me, all right, man. So mine is going to be a very unique one. And I'm going to go with Backlash. I think Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. It was a great moment, great match. Part of me wanted to go with the Civil War with that tag team match, but enough of the bloodline. Let's go on ahead, get Bad Bunny and Damian Priest in there. That was one of the best matches this year in terms of atmosphere, just the way it was treated. It should have been the main event of that show, honestly speaking, and it wasn't. So, yeah, I think if WWE could go back, they would definitely put that as the main event, but great match. I loved it, honestly.
All right. So we got Bad Bunny and we got Damian Priest. Now, my match of the year is one that was recent, but you can't deny it. Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Page at Full Gear. The match was insane. It had a good build that led us up to the match to let us know what to expect. Now, when they were doing those feuds and Hangman said, I'm going to kill you, I'm really going to kill you. I didn't expect to get a death match like this, but this match, it did have all of the bells and whistles. They used everything outside of the ring, but that was not why this match was great. It was really the storytelling throughout the match. And even from the beginning to the way it ended, even though Hangman went in there and even though Swerve broke in Hangman's house, and you would think Hangman would win the match, they went ahead and let Swerve take the victory and avoided 50-50 booking. That's why this match meant a lot, because Swerve had just beat Hangman, and by the terms of wrestling, Hangman should have won this match, but they made the right decision and Swerve left with the victory. So just 10 out of 10. The match was perfect from start to finish. That's going to be my match of the year. Loaded, what do you have?
Match of the night is Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 39. That match was great. I loved it. I was at the edge of my seat the entire time. My anxiety was at an all-time high because I had no idea who was going to win. I thought Cody was going to win at the end. I really did. But I knew Roman was going to win. There was no way they were going to let him drop the title. There was no way that he came out. Cody returned at number 30 at the Rumble. Like, no, there was no way they would have him come back at the Rumble at number 30, have him win, and just have him beat Roman at Mania. Like, that would be too easy. He's got to pay his dues. Like, he's still got to tell the story.
Yeah, man. I can't say I knew. I thought Cody was going to take it, but yeah, it was definitely still, that was another one of those moments where I thought, this is wrestling. Good or bad, this is wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you were going to say something else, Loden?
What else? I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, well, the dubious one, Mr.Dubbs. What did you have for match of the year?
So far, I'm loving this. No one has given the same answer, and I won't be either. I didn't have to switch it up. Hangman and Adam, the death match with Swerve was going to be an honorable mention for me. But for me, by far, match of the year, this was, I'm shocked nobody said it, was Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay at Forbidden Door.
I knew you were going to say that when you said it. Yeah.
Like, incredible. They had an incredible match also at the New Japan, the first one, beginning of the year. Wrestle Kingdom, yeah. They had an incredible match at Wrestle Kingdom as well. And I just don't know how nobody said it, but yeah, by far, match of the year. The Forbidden Door match to me was better, and it shocked me. It shocked me. I could not believe. And it looked like Kenny Omega broke his neck in that match.
Yeah.
Right? Remember that Tiger Driver? Like, that was brutal. Yeah. But yeah, that by far, my match of the year. Loved it.
Yeah. No, that's number 2 for me. It's definitely something that I would have said if that Hangman Swerve match didn't happen, but just everything tied into that match did boost it up another level for me. But Kero,
my number 2.
Kero.
Well, the Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay matches were going to be my honorable mentions because you guys know what kind of wrestling I'm into, right? Roman Reigns is more my style, more my speed. But even then, I really like Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. And like when I was watching their matches, it was crazy. It was insane. But I need that extra thing. Just like how you said, Kenny, Hangman has the story with Swerve. I need that story. And I'm going to go back to the same match that I kind of talked about. And it is but Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns, Royal Rumble, beginning of this year. The whole match, I was also very anxious on the edge of my seat because they were teasing the hell out of Sami Zayn turning. And then they delivered that moment so perfectly. And I will never forget the way it made me feel. That is the most important thing to me ever. It's the same reason why I actually really like, all the way back, Kenny Omega and Okada in like 2016. Because of the way it made me feel. It made me feel amazing. So because of that, I'm going to give my nomination to Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens, Royal Rumble 2023.
All right, definitely like that one as well. I agree with you. That story can really make, even if the match is good, that story being tied to it makes it even better. Think about Sasha Banks versus Bayley at, I think it was TakeOver Brooklyn. Whatever the first match they had on, all of the story and everything that went into that match just made that match so good. One of the best matches ever. But let's go ahead and pass it to UTV. What did you have?
Dubbs took my damn answer, man. But yeah,
go with Forbidden Door or go with the New Japan, the Wrestle Kingdom. Go with that match.
That damn Forbidden Door match, man. Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay. Like so many great moments in that match. You just talked about the Tiger Driver, and I remember Will Ospreay. I believe he licked his elbow with the blood, and everybody was like, "You sick, you sick." There was just so many great moments in that match. I'm gonna go ahead and give a couple of honorable mentions. Chad Gable versus Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Great match. The Full Gear match with Swerve and Hangman. And last but not least, that tag team match at WrestleMania with the Usos versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Loved all those matches.
All right, great list of matches you got there as well. So Omega and Ospreay, you're going with that one also? I think that was really the only tie we had, the only one multiple people chose.
That's awesome.
Yep, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Can I say something? I also, just like other people, the triple threat match between Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus at WrestleMania, that's also like a match. There were so many good matches. This was definitely the most difficult category. Like, it was so hard to choose.
Yeah.
So those are the nominees for Match of the Year. Make sure y'all get in the community tab. We will have all of these categories posted. Give us your answers, and we will be back next week to read out the results. And we're going to present these awards to the wrestlers. Thank y'all for tuning in to this show. Make sure you drop a like on it and smash that subscribe button. We need y'all's interaction. So get in that community tab and let us know who won these categories. Off the top, we out the building.
Peace.